Good afternoon, ladies. I just wanted to touch base with everybody. It's been a while since we've chatted and to see how everyone's day has been going and the start of an amazing week for everyone. I just wanted to talk about something that God has placed on my heart for today. So, we're all human, and especially being women, we all have high emotions, and we tend to wear our emotions on our shoulders. I like that term better than wearing your emotions on your sleeve because if you guys all know me, I hate wearing sleeves because I get so hot all the time. Okay, side note. So, I just wanted to talk about how it can get kind of frustrating and upsetting when you are not included in things, whether that be a group at work, whether that be a group at school, or even in your family events, or just friends hanging out. So recently, within the past, I'd say year, there's been a couple times where either myself or some friends were upset. And they were upset at me because I had made some plans for a group of people to hang out, but someone else was never included. Which might I say, it is extremely challenging when you're trying to create an event for people with more than like 5 people. Okay, more than like 2 people. It's extremely hard to try to get everyone's schedules to meet and match up to where one perfect day works for everyone. It's really hard. So, total disclaimer for anyone out there who's planning stuff. I totally understand what you're going through. But you'll get over it and you guys will have fun. So then there's been times where other groups and even family have planned events and done things. And unfortunately, with the schedule that I work, it's a 7 to 7 shift, I can never get off in time. So I've missed out on a lot of opportunities of being able to hang out and socialize with friends because of that. So there's two sides to this, whether you're the person who's being left out or you're the person who left people out. And some of it is not intentional. Sorry for the person when it is. No, I'm just kidding. So recently I was kind of upset that this had happened to me. And I was just stirring inside because, as many of you guys know, it gets kind of frustrating and upsetting when people do this to you. And because we're humans and we're women, again, emotions on our shoulders, I took it to the huge extreme. I was like, oh my gosh, they don't like me. I did something wrong. All this crazy stuff went through my head. I thought about like maybe my breath smelt or maybe the emoji wasn't right on the group text. I was so confused. So I talked to my father about it and he was like, don't say anything. There's a reason for everything. And I'm like, oh, but I'm just so mad and I can't believe they would do this to me. And sorry, allergies. And then I was looking and seeing how happy people were. And I thought about what was my intention? What was my true intention to bring this up to them? Was it to make them feel the same hurt that I felt because I was left out? Was it to prove a point? Hey, you can't forget about me. Or was it more so for myself? Was it more so that I was hurting and I wanted everyone in that circle to know that I was upset? All are okay things. They're okay emotions because we're human and we have these emotions. But it wasn't right. It wasn't right for me to say anything. So on that note, I woke up today and I had that like feeling. Maybe because I opened up this devotion that I get. So hashtag Bill and Marsha Burns daily devotions. So awesome. And they just email it right to you every day. So it says that frustration is your enemy. You can't accomplish what you wish when you allow emotions to take over in any situation. So quiet your soul and let me bring wisdom that you need to do all things. And then it says, Proverbs 17:27, he who has knowledge spares his words, and a man of understanding is of a calm spirit. So that totally goes against what I was feeling the day before, because I was downright, I'm going to say something. But again, what was my true purpose in saying something? And then I thought about it today. So as Christians, we're supposed to die daily and take up our cross like Christ did and walk with him. So I try my very hardest to, when I get in certain situations and I'm like, God, why? Show me understanding. He always makes me picture myself as him back in his situation. So then I thought about it and I'm like, how many times was Christ left out of things? And I was like, okay, yeah, but that's back in the day. I'm sure that they didn't, with social media and all this stuff, I didn't think that it could relate to my situation. And then he made me dig a little deeper and he brought to my attention, Courtney, how many times do you leave me out of your situations? How many times do you leave me out when you go out with your friends or when you go to work and you're working with sick patients that I called you to do? How many times are you leaving me out of that? And, I was always taught as a little child that wherever you are, Christ is there. So then I thought, and I'm like, dang, I never really invite him. And especially in conversation, we should be conversating amongst our friends, conversating amongst our relatives and acquaintances and even strangers that we meet. We should constantly be trying to seek out a way of bringing up Christ and bringing up salvation, because there's so many unsaved people out there. And what ends up happening is we could just get sucked up into our emotions and we get sucked up into being butthurt by all these things that happen. And again, to a certain degree, it's okay. But if it ever brings aught towards your friends and towards one another, then you should always be trying to bring reconciliation, because it says in the Bible that if you have aught towards your brother, you should always try to fix it before the sun goes down. So before you can even lay your head on that pillow at night, you should be confronting that person, and you should be trying to make ends meet and get stuff fixed. So I just wanted to leave a little note with you guys that whatever you're facing through with this week, whatever challenge that you have, just remember that in everyday life, in every situation, and in every decision, you should be allowing Christ to come with you. And again, a lot of the times we wait till we are in the ditch and we are sinking in quicksand in our lives and our decisions that we make to finally reach out our hand and say, Christ, help me. When all he wants is just to walk with us. And that's what we're supposed to do. Don't you think that life would be a little bit easier if we just took our emotions off of our shoulders or from inside of our sleeves and just allowed Christ to just be with us? And I think things would be so much different, and especially with my life. And I truly believe that if we just have a calm spirit and calm words and we're not quick to act, but we have a quiet spirit, I truly believe that you'll be blessed this week. So tune in for next week. We'll see what God's revealing to me so that I can reveal it to you. So tune in. Bye.